Hi, I'm Adam.
I'm Michael Kazanowski. We are the founders of Gypsy Spirits. Right now you guys are at our Gypsy Distillery location, which was the old Bay Harbor Equestrian Center, located right here in Petoskey. We both, grew up in lower Michigan and spent a lot of time in northern Michigan. I guess we were a little bit different because we didn't really come up here in the summertime. We came up here mostly in the wintertime. And it's in the wintertime we kind of fell in love with the community and made a lot of our best friends up here. So after we finished high school, I went to Michigan State and graduated from there and ended up living in Breckenridge, Colorado, which is where the company started. We met a guy on a chairlift who owned a distillery down in Denver, and we were like, wow, that's pretty cool. You get to make booze and ski.
Yeah, just by chance we met this guy, and the hardest struggle was, how are we gonna fund this? We have no experience in the alcohol industry. 24 at the time, we couldn't get an SBA loan, we couldn't do anything, we're ski bums. So just by chance, we started working music festivals, and the whole brand Gypsy was born.
And we actually met these two guys. We knew one of them from Michigan State, and they were getting ready to embark on a music festival tour, selling merchandise and hat pins, and they needed two other guys to tag along with them. So we sold my brother's car, moved into our van, and started working at music festivals all over the country. And we did that for 3 years, and it was at those music festivals the brand kind of developed. At first, we were gonna do High Five, but at the music festivals, everyone we met, they were just a lot more free and happy. They weren't living for monetary reasons or possessions, but they were really living for the moment and really just trying to make the most out of every single day. And that's what we wanted our brand to exemplify.
And the cool thing, what I always saw is everyone comes from different walks of life, and there'd be older people, there younger people, there be lawyers right next to people who don't have a jobs, but they're all there for one thing: it's getting enjoyment out of life, slowing down and taking the moments in. We looked at each other, it's like, no matter what we do, if we do this alcohol company, we want to make sure that that's what comes along with it, because we don't do that enough.
We did everything on our own, on the road, and that's where we met a lot of people telling our story and really trying to build fans instead of just customers. And if it wasn't for those 3 years and doing everything that way and learning all the ins and outs and honestly failing a lot, and I think that's what makes our brand so special, because one, it's grassroots and it means a lot, but two, we didn't just throw a bunch of money into a brand and hope it stuck. Our brand developed over time with the story and the history behind it.
But the big thing is, you're not just buying into the brand, you're buying into the whole Gypsy family, and the whole idea that let's support small, let's support local, but let's support this idea that two kids with no money could come up and do it. People love cheering for us, and as I said, we don't have a big advertising budget. We have the people who come in and see us face to face, so everyone has a story about us or coming in here and knowing the twins, and I think that's one thing that makes us different. And why we're growing is people want to talk about people who work hard and people who are real, and I think that's a big thing we are. Randomly, we're up here, and one of the kids we have to ski with, he introduced us to this guy. He really wanted to put money into northern Michigan, and we never really thought about it too much, but we always said, if we could do something in northern Michigan, hell yeah, let's do it, let's figure it out. When we went to our first city council meeting, there was just an outcry of let these guys do it, let the young kids give it a shot. I don't know how many places you could find that kind of community support.
So a lot of our hobbies stem from what northern Michigan has. So we were from downstate, but moved to Colorado, and another thing that attracted us to the area was there is skiing. In the summertime, there's the lakes, the beauty of the beach. So we find ourselves just adventuring to random beaches whenever we can, or going on our friends' boats.
And I think that's one thing we have going on, especially with our group of friends, is we're all young entrepreneurs right now. And that's so fun just to get together and talk shop. We brought some of our best friends from Michigan State up here to open restaurants. Our other buddy who builds stills in Detroit, he's in Boyne City. So I think we're all hanging out, we're all making it work. And I think that's just so fun getting together, and we all get to share our stories and stuff like that. But then camping, there's so much to do up here. Bliss Fest is unbelievable. Other things, we love helping other young entrepreneurs. I think that's one thing that when we moved up here and we started seeing some of it, we encourage so many other young people who are younger than us or our age to stick around and give it a shot.
Coming up in the small town in Petoskey, they really embraced us, and that's allowed us to give back. If it wasn't for them cheering us on, being our biggest advocates and supporters, then we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be in this building, and our brand would not have grown. So we do a lot of different things with pretty much whoever reaches out, whether that's Dart for Art with Crooked Tree, Bliss Fest. We've been sponsored and volunteers at that for a number of years.
Bay Harbor, our
the Great Lakes Center for the Arts.
We do a lot there. Friendship Center, churches, to the firefighters ball, to anything that's community driven. If you want us to help out, reach out. It's fun for us, and it gets our name out there. So it's like, oh, this is such a big task. It's not. We enjoy it. We want to give back. As he said, if we didn't have the support from Northern Michigan, we wouldn't have a lot going on.
We know a lot of people that have been on the fence about it, but as soon as they get up here, there's really no looking back. They love it up here. We understand it can be difficult, but if you're willing to work hard, there's always different avenues to make it. And like I said, I don't think I've met anyone that moved up here and was like, I'm ready to turn around and go home.
It is a small town. You have to realize that, but also, everyone. You get to be such involved in this area. It doesn't feel small. It's always something going on. You always get to see someone. There's a lot of love that goes on. So, the one cool thing that we see up here is just you get to know everyone quickly, and it's such a community thing. If you like that, come up here.
We're the Gypsy Twins, and we chose the North.